Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Chit Chat Fridays. Today, I'll be discussing the chakra system. Specifically, we will be talking about the root chakra. If you've seen my metaphysical video where I introduced the different metaphysical tools, you would see that I spoke about the chakra system, and I went ahead and I took an assessment of my chakras, and my root chakra was out of balance, and my third eye chakra was out of balance. So now I'm going to today discuss how to basically identify your root chakra, how to identify when it's out of balance, when it's in balance, what does the root chakra mean, what exercises, what meditations you can do to get your root chakra in balance, because this is basically what I've been working on, and I will continue to work on at least for a month to get this chakra in balance. It's such an important chakra. So I'm going to take my time to get it into balance. It's the first chakra. So it's a very important chakra. It basically sets the stage for all the other chakras to follow, since it's the base first chakra. Okay. So this is a wonderful book with the back screens kind of. So it's the seven healing chakras. I found this book at a Five and Below store. So it's affordable at $5. And this is such a great book because one of the things that I love about this book that I haven't seen in other books is it asks you questions for each chakra so you can see how well balanced your chakra is. And I went through these questions. At first, if you, I'm gonna put the link in the description box of the video where I did an assessment of my chakras using a pendulum. So you'll be able to go back and see how I did that. And basically, the pendulum pointed out that my root chakra and my third eye chakra is out of balance. But when I went through these questions, I was like, oh my God, that's so me. Yes, 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 right? So let me go ahead and read you the questions, and maybe you can identify with some of these questions, and the answer may be yes for you. And if that's the case, a majority of the answers are yes, then you definitely probably want to follow along and implement some of these techniques to help balance out your root chakra. So first it asks, do you feel or have you ever felt that you don't really belong anywhere, or that you're lonely wherever you are? That's me. Do you feel that you want to escape from your life, for example, by drinking, taking drugs, having out-of-body experiences, committing suicide? Me. Do you feel ambivalent about life and sometimes wish you were dead? Me. Do you feel disappointed in sex, are impotent, or fail to have real orgasm? Me. Did you have some trauma, distress, or difficulty between conception and the age of 3 to 5? Me. Do you feel insecure and perhaps need to compensate for that feeling? For example, by hoarding, by indulging and buying things you don't really need, or refusing to spend your money? Me. Are you low in energy and often feel weak, tired, or sick? Me. Do you have physical problems in your legs or feet, or suffer from hemorrhoids or chronic constipation? And me. Okay, so all of those, yes, okay. So this shows that my root chakra is definitely out of balance, right? And if you can see, I'm wearing red, because red is the color of the root chakra. So that is what I'm wearing. The root chakra is located between the bladder system and the colon system. So it's like in that middle area. Okay. The statement for the root chakra is I am. The root chakra deals with the endocrine system, dealing with the adrenal glands. It's the glands that's responsible for your flight or fight response. So like when you get scared or when that system comes under attack, you're either going to flight, run, or you fight. So that is an example of that. It also deals with the past. It deals with your ancestors. I'm just looking at my notes here. And it makes sense that it says that usually you had an issue between when you was conceived and between the ages of 3 to 5. So it makes sense that it has a lot to do with past. It has a lot to do with that inner child. Maybe something happened to you in life between the ages of 3 to 5 that took away that security, because the root chakra deals with security. It deals with feeling grounded. It deals with having a sense of being, all right? It has to deal with having great self-esteem, having charisma. It deals with having confidence. So if you have the opposite of these, meaning you have low confidence, you don't feel balanced, you don't feel grounded, you let's say what's the word I'm looking for? You have a lot of negative thoughts and not positive, or you're not hopeful. These are some of the signs that shows that your root chakra may be unbalanced. Okay. The root chakra is responsible for keeping us alive. It takes care of our basic needs of security. It helps keep us alive. Is when we have the basic needs of food, shelter, water, air, because these are the things that we need in order to survive. So maybe between the age of 3 or 5, your security was at risk. So maybe you was moving a lot. Maybe you didn't, your mom, your dad didn't raise you. Maybe you was with another caregiver who didn't give you that stability growing up. Maybe you was in foster care. Maybe you didn't feel like you belong anywhere, right? So if you feel like you don't belong anywhere, how can you have any grounding, right? So that's why you want to definitely get in touch with that inner child. Usually you can go to like a therapist to get in touch with that inner child. You can do shadow work. You can read books about getting in touch with your inner child. You can get in touch with your inner child through meditation. So there's different techniques to get, in touch with that inner child, and you can Google a lot of those techniques, okay? So some of the things that you can have when you notice your root chakra is out of balance, which we read some of those questions, is chronic constipation. You can have anxiety. You can just always, feel stressed, always feel like, you got to be doing something. You got to be doing something. You got to be moving. You got to be, that's anxious. You're not able to calm down. You're having leg, foot pain. You're having lower digestive systems. You're just worried about the basic needs. You're worried about how you're going to pay bills, where you're going to live. Um, do you have enough food to eat? You're worried about those, basic needs. You can also have ADHD, as well. So some of the things to show that is overactive, the root chakra, is being irresponsible about money, and not really putting yourself in danger situations, and not being concerned with your personal safety. So that can show the overbalance, right? And then when it's balanced, you have the charisma, you feel safe, you feel grounded, you are optimistic, you have hope, you are positive. These are some of the characteristics of when it is in balance, okay? So I hope that gives you some idea about the root chakra. Some other notes I have here. Let's see. I'm just trying to see. Oh, also it deals with sexual pleasure. So usually the sacral chakra deals with sexual pleasure, but the root chakra, it deals with having that fulfillment of being pleased sexually. So having that fulfillment of being pleased sexually, like with the orgasm, right? Not just having sex just to have sex, but actually like enjoying it, right? So someone who has maybe been molested, right, or raped, or sexually violated in one way or another, they may find that they have issues with their root chakra. Okay. So what are some of the ways? Also another symptom is losing weight, not eating enough, also having clinging tendencies to cling to things. Okay. So some of the things that you want to do, because it's so much, it's a plethora of information about the root chakra, right? It's a lot of information out there. You can read books. It's just so much information that you can find on the root chakra. And I just want to make this a quick, like simple video, 30 minutes or less, on how you can heal the root chakra. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section. I will definitely respond back to you. If you want to join me on my journey of working on the root chakra, because after watching this video, you find that you have some issues with the root chakra, come join me. We can connect and hold each other accountable. Some of the, if you're into stones and crystals, some of the stones that you can use is bloodstone. Bloodstone will be good. It's good for a healing property. It can help keep you centered. I myself will be using the bloodstone, and I'm just looking for my bloodstone. So this is my bloodstone I will be using. And whenever I feel anxious, whenever I feel like not grounded, or I'm just going to hold this stone in my hand. You can also put it in your breast for the women, and carry it with you. You could put it in your purse, your wallet, you could just carry it around with you. Another one is a smoky quartz crystal that can help you settle down, to meditate, getting rid of negative thoughts, getting rid of a skepticism thoughts. And again, you can hold that in the palm of your hand while you meditate. Another one is garnet. It helps balance your libido, enhance love, compassion, and imagination. So if you want to be more on the creative side, because sexuality is creativity, because think about it. You make a baby, right? And when you make a baby, you create a baby, and you create a baby through sex, or it's dealing with the sex organisms, right? Or organs, because even if you choose to do IVF, like for the IVF, IVF, can't think of the name right now, but if you plan to do that, it still involves with injecting the sperm inside the ovaries, the eggs. So it's still a process of sexual creativity. So you want to carry a garnet stone to help with that. Some oils that you can use, or incense you can burn, are lavender, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli. Those are some of the oils, the scents. One of the things I'm going to do is, I love sandalwood and lavender. So I'm going to take oil and I'm going to rub it with my stone. You want to make sure that the stone or crystal you get, that you can't put oils on it, okay? Because some of them are very sensitive, and you can't add oils to it. Also, as well as, you can dab some oils on your skin, but first you want to put it in like in this area, so you can make sure you're not sensitive or have a breakout to it. Or you just want to buy those oil flavors or scents that's already been mixed in with regular oils, and so that it's safe to put on your skin. You can also burn incense as well. I love lavender and sandalwood incense, so you can burn that as well. You can also get a candle and burn it as well. So those are some of the oils, incense that you can use, some of the crystals you can use as well, okay? So now let's talk about the exercises. And in this book that I showed you, it talks about exercises you can do. It talks about meditations you can do. So that is what I will be discussing with you today. So you don't have to go get the book, you could just watch this video. Okay. So the first exercise it discussed is, list 5 things that you want to do. So 5 things that you would like to do with a realistic date of you doing those things. So it could be, for example, I love taking myself to a spa. Like, I love getting massages and having a facial and getting a body scrub. So that would be one of the 5 things I do. And I will make a realistic date of when I can do it. Because it can be quite expensive. So I may have to save in order to go and do that. And I have to make sure I keep that appointment with myself. Maybe the root chakra deals with getting grounded. So going outside, going for a walk, getting in touch with nature, seeing the trees blow, hear the trees blow, maybe going on the beach, taking a walk, putting your feet in the sand. That's helping you get grounded, okay? Even if it's for 15, 20 minutes, okay? And when you list these 5 things, make sure you put a date of when you expect to complete it, okay? And be very realistic about the date, okay? Because you want to make sure that these are things that you can keep an appointment with yourself. It's very important to keep this appointment, just like you show up at a doctor's appointment on time, or you show up at work on time. So it's very important that you show up for yourself, right? That you show up for yourself, and that will help keep you grounded because you're showing your self-love and you're showing how you can show up for yourself, okay? And it also can help heal that inner child because maybe as you know, when you was a child, you didn't have people to show up for you. You didn't have your loved ones to show up for you. You didn't have your caretaker to show up for you. So this part is about showing up for yourself and taking care of yourself. You also want to treat yourself to a reward. So maybe you want to go and buy yourself a crystal. Maybe you want to go buy yourself the incense or the oils, you know, and this will be a way that you can embrace the reward to help work on your root chakra. Okay. You also want to journal about the root chakra. And I love this one. I think this may be one of the first exercises I do because the technique is you just want to sit maybe after meditation, right? Or maybe you want to put this as part of your meditation. And you just want to write whatever comes to mind dealing with the root chakra. You want to say root chakra. Maybe you want to burn the incense. Maybe you want to smell the oil, right? And you just want to write, but you don't want to think. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a journal, like a piece of paper or a notebook where you can jot down all your thoughts. You're going to take a pen or a pencil and you're just going to write without lifting the pen or a pencil from off the paper. And you're just going to write. Because once you lift that pen or pencil off the paper, now you're getting into your logical brain, okay? And the root chakra, as I discussed, it deals with creativity, right? It is well producing something. So we want to be in our imagination, right? And that's the right side of the brain. So we want to get out the left side and get into the right side. So just write without lifting the pen or the pencil from off the paper. Okay, so that will be the third exercise. Now, meditation. You can sit quiet. So in meditation is not about you thinking. It's about you receiving information from the universe, from God, from source, from your guardian angels, from your spirit guides, whoever you believe in a higher power, right? It's so that you can receive information. So at first, if you're not used to meditation, it will be a little hard because you're going to have all these thoughts that come in your mind, but just allow them to just pass through, pass through, pass through. Again, you can get that smoky quartz to help you. You can hold it in your hand. And you want to make sure you're sitting upright like this because you always want to make sure your spine is aligned, right? Because the chakras deals in the spine mainly. Or you want to make sure you're laying down, but your spine is straight, okay, when you're laying down as well. And some people like me, I like to have my eyes covered. I like to smell different scents, and you want to do like the lavender scent, the sandalwood, and this will help awaken that root chakra, okay? And you just want to just take deep breaths, you know? So let's take 3 deep breaths right now. So I can show you what I mean. And sometimes you can count. You can say, so you can breathe in for 3 and let out for 5, right? So let's try it. So breathe in and breathe out, right? So you want to do that 3 to 5 times. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you breathe in, your stomach goes in, gets tight. And as you breathe out, you start to relax your body, right? As you do this, you can imagine the roots from the ground, right? You can imagine them rising up to ankle your feet, to wrap around your feet, to bring you closer, pull you down closer to the ground. This is what you want to imagine, the root coming out of the ground, to grab you closer to the ground, to come up, right? What I'm trying to say, to spread out like a tree. I'm using the wrong terminology here, but you want it to come out, you know, and spread out like a tree. That's what you want to imagine, okay? So that it can buckle you down into the ground so you can get grounded, right? So that is what we want to do when it comes to a meditation, and we want to get quiet. We don't want to be somewhere where there's a lot of noise or a lot of activity going on. We want to make sure we turn off our phones or maybe just keep it on silent. And you want to go ahead and set a timer. Ideally, it's good to do this for 45 minutes. But again, if you're just starting out, 45 minutes will be hard. So you can start at 5 minutes and then every day or weekly increase by, 5 minutes. So that would be a great way to meditate, okay? If that's too hard for you and you can't just quiet the brain, you can always go on YouTube. You could find guided meditations for root chakra. You can find certain sound waves or hertz that will help activate the root chakra. And you could just go on YouTube and put in root chakra meditation, root chakra guided meditations, and you could find that to assist you with doing your meditation. Okay. Another thing, if you're into yoga, right, you can do something called the Durga yoga. So Dirgha. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but I will again put it in the description box. If you're into mantras, you could do the Lam mantra, which is LAM. I'm also going to put that in the description box in case I'm mispronouncing these terms. Okay, so this is about the root chakra and how you can get more in tune to it. Also, I wrote down, if you want, you can mix those oils that I mentioned and you can dilute it in sesame seed oil, almond oil, or olive oil. You can put it over your body, your feet, your scalp, your third eye. You can put the oils in a cotton ball and inhale it. Some other oils you can use are cinnamon, rose, jasmine. Okay, so you can use those as well to help. Now, I'm going to end the video by giving you some affirmations. Okay, so one of the affirmations you can say is, I am supported, I am safe. I am supported, I am safe. I am supported, I am safe. Because the universe, God, is always there to support you. Is always there to provide you that safety. Okay. Um, you may want to say this 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, 3 times at night, or maybe you want to say it 3 times in the morning or 3 times at night. Maybe you want to write it down 3 times. Maybe you just want to say it whenever you're not feeling supported or not feeling safe, okay? This lovely book I already told you about, it also has some affirmations, okay? Oh, and it's another thing I want to show you as well. So I'm just going to say some of these affirmations. So I am a beloved child of the universe, and I deserve love, peace, and security. I open myself to receive the abundance of the universe. I am open to receive and accept love. I am open to receive and be nurtured by the powerful energy of the earth. I am a physical being and value my physical presence. I resolve to take care of my body and accept it as it is today. I value it as the physical temple in which I live, and I will aim to provide for its needs in terms of food, rest, stimulation, and general nurturing. And so it be. You could say amen. Okay. Um, those are some of the affirmations, and they have some other things in here as well, but these are just some that you would, like to say. The last thing that I promise, the very last things are these wonderful chakra wisdom cards. I also got these from Five and Below. I went ahead and I laminated them so that they wouldn't get destroyed. I can't remember what the original material is of them, but these are wonderful. So the first one I have here is courage and faith, and it give you a little statement to say, right? And it's about courage and faith. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I like that. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. Wow, I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. I love this. I didn't have this in my pal, but this is something I need to say because I don't like change. I fear change, I guess, because it's the unknown. And again, it's because I'm not grounded, right? And I have this negativity. I'm always looking at the negative and not being optimistic or having hope and being grounded in my faith. That's something I'm not supposed to do, right? Because I'm supposed to have the faith that the universe has my back, that God has my back, and all will work out. So this is something that I definitely working on. Okay. The next one I have is independence, right? The next one I have is responsibility. Another one is building a strong foundation. The ones that I have put aside that I'm working on is self-sufficiency, instincts, learning to listen to my intuition more, and patience, not being in a rush for things, okay? So these are mine that I'm working on for the next month. And I'm choosing to say these before meditating in the morning and before I go to sleep. Okay. So these are just some of the things, the techniques, meditations, exercises, books, tools that you can use to help you with your root chakra and to get into balance. So I hope that this information resonates with you. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell button so that you can be alerted when I put up new videos. And thank you. Like the video, please, so it can circulate around YouTube. Love, peace, and many blessings. And wear your red. Thank you.